Ba-boom. Okay. Yet again, this is Molly. This is probably the last time you'll be able to see her. Because I believe she's going to be heading back home tomorrow. Her mother's been out of town, or no, not out of town, out of state for a while. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Well, anyways, this is a different kind of video. Okay? I'm going to be telling stories. Okay? Turn that off. Okay. This is going to be... Wait. 5. No, I only have 4 that I can think of. Okay, so 4 stories that happened somewhere around me, or people related to me in some way, form, or fashion. Like a friend of mine, or someone that I went to school with, or my brother, or me. In other words, just stuff that's happened around me. That's the kind of story that I'm going to be telling you. Okay? And these stories are going to be revolved around farting. Yes, I said farting. Okay? She's just over here licking my hand. Okay? The first story that I'm going to tell happened to someone that I went to school with. His name is Dalton. Well, let's just say Dalton was the kind of guy who always messed around. Not a bad kid, but he's the kind that did funny shit all the time. Just to play around. But this was back in junior high or elementary. I can't remember. Okay? And he never rode my bus, but he showed me the pink slip of when this happened. He told us that even his father laughed at it because of what it said. It said, okay, Dalton got in trouble on his bus one day, or on his way back home from school. So, he lifted his legs and, he farted on the bus. And because of that, that got him a pink slip. He got in trouble, had to go to detention because of it. But it was hilarious because of the pink slip. What was written on it was what sold it. It said, Dalton lifted his legs and began to relieve himself. He showed that to everyone in the classroom. We all busted our asses. Okay, that was story 1. Story 2 happened back when my brother was still in school. Well, still in high school. My brother is 7 years older than me, so it was during his English class back in high school. I believe that was what class it was. By the way, at the time, everybody saw the teacher as grumpy, as short and old. We've even had someone, or even our neighbor, called her a little dwarf that needed to stop talking about California or go back. Well, anyways, she's old. She had already retired from one teaching job before, and she came back for some reason. So she she was in the middle of teaching, or she had got done with her lecture, and from what I heard, my brother, okay, the classroom was silent, dead silent, and he let out this huge ass fart. It was so loud, but it was so loud, only a few people around him heard it, and it was literally only him and the people directly next to him. But it would have been, from what I heard, it would have been so loud, everyone in the classroom would have heard it. But the teacher didn't even notice. Which, that wasn't surprising, because whenever I had her, yeah, she stayed in that school for that long. At least 7 more years. And apparently after I graduated high school, she decided to retire again. But I look for her to be coming back to another school teaching. Okay. So yeah, his fart filled up, or the sound filled up the whole room, but nobody really noticed. Okay. That was story number 2. Story number 3. My brother, again, on the bus. This is back before I showed up, started riding the bus. Okay. Okay. I continue to get picked up instead of riding the bus, because my parents didn't really like me doing riding the bus at such a young age yet, because all the kids were asses. That's all I can say. Well, one day they had to evacuate the bus. Not because of a gas leak or anything like that, or because of a wasp, because during one of my trips we had to pull over twice because of a wasp. It's stupid, I know. I mean, if you don't mess with it, it's not going to mess with you. That's how I've done everything. You don't mess with a bee, they won't mess with you. I mean, you may get stung once or twice, but that's just by chance. You increase your chances of getting stung if you mess with them. Okay, back to the moral of the story. Actually, there's no moral of the story now that I think of it. Okay, okay, so they had to evacuate the bus. My brother was at the back of the bus. Before they evacuated it, my brother farted. A silent but deadly, an SBD. They had to evacuate the bus because it smelled so bad. Because of my brother. Hearing that, oh, I lost all shit. Oh. But, okay. Now, fourth and final story that I can remember, or that I can think of. Okay, this dog is playful right now. Bless you. You see those teeth? Good girl. Oh. Okay, well, fourth and final story is about me. Okay, this was back when I was in 4th grade. I remember it so well. Okay, I was in 4th grade, sitting there at the back of the classroom. I had terrible gas at the time. And there was already one kid named Colby that had a bad reputation of always stinking. We'd always tell him, put your shoes back on or put your boots back on, because every time he took them off, they would always stink up the entire room. Well, for me, the entire corner that I was in stank. Well, because of that, my friend that was sitting next to me, at the time, mutual friend, okay, his name was Jared, okay, Jared ended up, okay, he kept on complaining about it for half the class. So, I'm constantly laying out silent but deadlies. So SBDs. I'm constantly letting them out because I've got terrible gas and I couldn't control it. So, once Jared has enough of it, he decides to get up and start sniffing. Next thing I know, he's got his nose right up to my ass. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And then he pinpoints the stench coming from my ass. I mean, like, what the hell? What are you, a fucking dog now? I mean, what the hell? I mean, I'm just farting because I can't control it. I've got bad gas. I can't control it. But yet you pinpoint the smell coming directly from my asshole. What the hell? I'm just sitting there like, what is going on? And he's just all proud of himself for pinpointing it and complaining to me about constantly doing it. And then I get in trouble with the teacher too. I mean, okay, you want me to stand outside and fart? Okay, then I'm staying outside all period then. Because I can't control my farts at the time. I've got serious gas. Thing is, my family has a bad history of horrible farts. Oh, another story I just remembered. Okay, this was back at my grandparents' house. They didn't have room for us to stay in, me and my brother, and so we had to sleep in sleeping bags in my grandpa's room. Uh, so, uh, which pretty much his bedroom was, or his bed was in the living room. So it was normal for us. So, my grandpa, right, okay, it was night. Me and my brother stayed there, and all night I could barely get to sleep because not all night, half the night, all, like, about within a minute, me and my brother, we both heard he was farting all night, non-stop, or half the night non-stop. But still, we told him about it the next morning. He just laughed. So if that don't tell you how bad my family's fart genes are, then I don't know what will. Personally, me and my brother try and make a contest out of it. See who can make either the loudest or the stinkiest. On stink factor, he can do it better. But on sound factor, I win. And that's all the time I've got, and see you guys later.